Welcome to another edition of Old Head Reacts. I'm back because, yes, there are more songs that have been released from the Metallica Blacklist covers album. I don't normally do reactions. I've done some in the past. So for those of you who are new coming and watching this is not a reaction channel. I do them sometimes, especially when it's something that I have some sort of interest in and I feel like I'll have something to say. So that's why we're here for all of these Metallica covers that have been coming out. For those of you who don't know, the Metallica Blacklist, a big fucking album full of cover songs, all different versions of songs from the Black album by Metallica by tons of different artists. Today, they released two versions of Holier Than Thou. And guess what? I'm just going to save you all the time. I'm going to give you a twofer, a giant-sized edition of Old Head Reacts. And we're going to react to Holier Than Thou by Biffy Clyro and Holier Than Thou by Off. And so let's just fucking get right to it. Let's see what these two bands do with the same song. So starting off with Biffy Clyro, which is a Scottish alternative rock band. I haven't heard them in a while. I remember there was an album that came out by them maybe around 2010 that I was kind of into, but I haven't really listened to them since then. But they're one of those bands that is really big overseas and not very big in the US. But I'm interested to hear what they're going to do with Holier Than Thou. This is the first one, because so far all the covers that have been released have been from like the big singles from the album. Holier Than Thou is not a single that was released like with a video and whatnot from the Black album. So, and it's a heavier one. So this will be really interesting to hear these two bands hopefully do their own spin on the songs. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and jump right into it with Holier Than Thou from Biffy Clyro. Okay, I can see they upped it a little bit with the beat there, but we'll get to that. So this is like, I'm not 100% on board with all of the choices that have been made here so far, but this is what I want. This is what I want. Do something different. Do something different. Everybody, do something different. That's what I want these bands to do. They're given a song, do something different. I know some of you would like cover songs to be carbon fucking copies. And if that's what you would like, God bless you. But that's not what I want. So this is cool. It's very different. Not what I expected, but especially the verses here, I dig it. It's different takes on songs is fucking fun. So let's keep this one going because I think it's about to get they're up in the ante here a little bit. Well, since this is taking such a long time in this middle part, I'm going to jump back in here. So it's I was listening to the chorus again, and I go, oh, they did a similar thing to what Jason Isbell did with the chorus of Sabbath True, where they changed the notes that are played during the chorus. But it shines even a bigger light on the fact that this is another song that the chorus is pretty much the same notes as the verse. Because it's like, yeah, because the verse is do 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 do, and they ring out on it, but then the chorus is do 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 do. It's literally they add an extra note. That's pretty lazy, Metallica. Anyway, so while I don't think it's amazing what the chorus is in this version, I like that they sort of went, you know what, we're gonna make this a little bit more interesting, and especially when it's not heavy. When it's heavy, you can play the same fucking note all the way through the song, you know, and it's, you know, you don't really, well, some people don't get tired of it, especially doom metal fans. Woo! Anyway, so, I like this. Not my favorite, I don't think, but let's see how it wraps up. Dude, that's fucking cool. Isn't it funny that just a few seconds ago I talked about doom metal and they fucking doomed it up at the end here? That's a way to a true metalhead's heart, where you take the riff and then later on in the song you just play the same riff, only like slower. So that's taken this cover over the top for me. I think now this is my favorite one because it's the most interesting so far that I've heard. And we still have a minute left. If they still just do a minute of the way that they're doing this riff, I am perfectly fine with that. Let's see what happens. Kudos, Biffy Clyro. That was equal parts kick-ass and odd and different, and but also good. All of those things all across the board, good. Like their take on everything that they did in that song, including like the cool sort of harmony vocals that gave the choruses more of an uplifting kind of vibe than the rest of the song. All of that expertly done. Like this is really cool. That makes me a little bit more excited for what's to come on this album, because And I know that there's still going to be some disappointments, so just stay tuned, because who knows, later on down the line, there might be one that comes out where I just go, seriously? And that's my whole reaction. And there's going to be tons of people that get pissed off at that, because it's probably going to be somebody that people love. Who knows? But in this particular case, this also makes me want to go back and listen to what the fuck has Biffy Clyro been up to in the last few albums, because it's pretty cool shit. So yeah, that was great. That's what I want from a cover version. Give me something different. And they did. So, like I said, giant-sized edition of Old Head Reacts. We're going to listen to the next one that came out today, which is from the band Off. Well, there's an exclamation point. So, Off! And Off is a band that has the vocalist who was the vocalist of the Circle Jerks, old school classic punk band. Well, they may still be. I don't know if they still do shows ever, but he's a very well-known vocalist. And I believe the guitar player was in a band called Burning Brides, and I saw them a couple times back in the day, and they were pretty fucking cool. But their shit is more stripped down sort of punk rock music. So the real question is, will the Off version of Holier Than Thou be a stripped down punk rock version of Holier Than Thou? I'm not going to be opposed to that. Is it going to top the Biffy Clyro one? I don't really know. So without further ado, let's go ahead and I'm just going to let this go, because I'm assuming it's going to go straight on to the next one if technology works the way that I think it's going to. So let's get over to Off's version of Holier Than Thou. Okay, so this is a little more closely related to the original song, with the I don't know, just the layout of the song and the notes that they're playing, all of those things. It's closer to it, but they're giving it the Off treatment. Like, if you've heard Off's music, it just sounds like one of their songs. That's like, they've just taken their style and put it on top of this Metallica song. And I'm not as jazzed about this one as I was about the last one, but this is cool. This has got a great vibe to it, and fucking tight riffing and drums and everything. And shit, man, I don't have any complaints. This is a very positive reaction video, isn't it, so far? Let's keep going.
Just not let she be
don't know what the fuck was going on in that solo. There was a saxophone in there, and that was a fucking cacophony that was going on there. It was good. It's interesting how much that song lends itself to being like a stripped down sort of punk song. I guess the song's sort of simplicity, when you break it down, it actually does work as a punk song. But that was fun. No surprises there, really. It was just like, cool, this is fun, a fun version of the song. But I have to say, though, that the band they sound like Off. And so they just did their own version of the thing. And so I give them kudos for that. So, yeah. So, I mean, that one, I didn't think that I was going to love the Off version, just because I kind of figured it's going to be a punky version of the song. And that's what it was. The Biffy Clyro one, on the other hand, that was not what I was expecting. I do remember Biffy Clyro being a little more of a progressive kind of alternative rock band, with their choices and what they did. But yeah, that was cool. Both of these were cool. So like I said, I will be trying to do these whenever they come out. Now, if next week they release a couple that I'm just kind of like, about, I may not do it. So no promises. I say that every week, and then I feel bad that I'm leaving you guys hanging, because I feel like there's a few of you that are watching all of these, and maybe you're digging them. But hopefully you're digging my other shit. Go and watch my other videos. I do a whole lot of different shit, and most of it is not reaction videos. So if you're new, please go check those things out. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe and do notifications. Does anybody fucking even pay attention to those? But yeah, thank you very much for watching. That's all I got. Another 2 cool Metallica covers. If they're going to release these every week, we got a lot more to go. This is a big compilation. So yeah, I'll just leave you with that, and maybe I'll see you next week with another one. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you again very soon.